Hello, my fellow YouTube fam. I am back with the second part of my haul video. If y'all seen the picture in the last one, which is going to be there. So, this is my haul of all the primo stuff that I wound up buying online for my two DMW orders. I want to give a shout out to Diecast Models Wholesale. If you want a discount of 10% off, make sure you use the coupon code NEXT on your next purchase of your diecast. It saves you a lot. Plus, you get $9.99 flat rate shipping, and they have a truly unrivaled selection of good diecasts and everything you could want under one wholesaler. Pretty much mini GT Tarmac works, everything you could want, including everything in this haul. Alright, so without further ado, let's get on to it. First one, start announcement. I have an LED light strip project I'm doing in the hot rod room shelf. I will have a video on that possibly today after I get a few things hung up in my house after this haul video, and I upload parts 1 and 2. So let's get going here. So first off, the more well-known stuff, I got the Dodge Coronet by Auto World, the Vintage Muscle, a new casting for the lineup. So yeah, this one's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep it pretty short, simple and to the point. But here's the back. New packaging for them, basically. But yeah, this Coronet is pretty nice. But remember, guys, if I got a haul, it only gets better from here. So, got the Eurospeed, the La Ferrari, or Ferrari the Ferrari, basically, as we all know it by. The front end right there. Nice to see premiums in the Ferrari line. Trying to get a couple for sure. So yeah, Eurospeed. Now, that was kind of a start to Preminology, so we're just going to consider this the continuation of Preminology from our last haul video. Alright, so first off here, I got the Hobby Japan Initial D cars. It feels so weird starting this video out with no mainline time, but then again, if I had literally tried to do all this haul video in one go, I could not have fit it in. No way. 164, the diorama set series. I'm not unboxing these. These are staying in the package, y'all. I know it's for diorama. I get it. But there is no way I am taking these out. Nice Hobby Japan set, which I probably plan on collecting all these if I can when they hit. I immediately had to, because Hot Wheels has done it once, very limited, Japan exclusive, so nice to see these getting done. I love the comic on the front. That's the manga comic on the front. It's pretty cool. I know Hobby Japan released a manga edition of these, but they were a little too much for me. So, you know what, I just decided to get $20 ones. Still the most I've ever spent. I've spent in a long while for a 1/64. This was a bit, but worth it, yes. The ride height, though, a little high for my liking. But, you know, these are still cool. Hi. It's the annoying one, y'all. She always got to make her presence known. But, yeah. The 1/64 diorama set. Hey. Go. I'm sorry, guys. Go. Hit my laps. I want to make a disclaimer. I hit my leg so she'd hit the road. Okay. Sorry, she distracting. Lucy, gotta have that main character energy. Alright, so next up here is the Tarmac Works, the Pagani Utopia. Honestly, guys, it's getting harder and harder to be allocating spots to all these. I'm pretty much about to retire in terms of the career with my tarmac works and everything. I have probably about 7 or 6 more I can feasibly fit, or 8 or 10 more if I'm lucky. This probably adds my 120th to the whole lineup. Extremely nice though. Alright, next up here, the Hyundai, the i20N, the rally car. I like it. So this was pretty cool. I think I paid 14 or 16 or 17 bucks. I know for the racing mini GTs, I definitely think I paid up a bit. But again, we're talking about the order to end all orders, so not exactly concerned with the money a whole ton, since I got my reimbursement check for the computer and got all the computer parts finished up. And yeah, this Die Another Day was Al's Jaguar. That's pretty cool with all the gadgets showing. So yeah, if anything, you can consider this my Jrod is back type haul video, the parts 1 and 2. So we're back, we're on the collecting scene, and we're not going anywhere. Okay, so Senna, got this here too. So Senna McLaren, believe this is either it's the Monaco Grand Prix, Ayrton Senna. So this one he was racing, might be Indy. I'm not sure if it's Indy or not. But check out the wing on the back. It's definitely different technology they were working with at that point. Pretty cool. Alright, last in this row. And we're finished with the first bit in this video of Primonology. We got the Gamera. There's going to be a lot of Primo stuff, y'all. Sit back, grab a snack, and just chill and watch. Look at all the beautiful diecast. Look at this Gamera. That green is nice. I would have probably opted for the gray. Green is still not too bad. I'm a huge Koenigsegg enthusiast, as y'all know. I do collect a lot of them. Alright, so moving on to our second row. We're starting with the R32. We're actually the R33. We're going to move our way up. And I'm planning to do the R34. First one in the CRS line. This one's cool. So now I'm planning to have all 4 of the CRS. But I'll be honest, after this I'm retiring from the Skylines because I've got way too many of these in my collection. I know I've been really getting into a lot of the mini GTs, and I know who to thank for that one. But this one's pretty cool. Like it though. I just don't. Biggest thing is I hate the new packaging. I don't know why they thought that was. Who thought that up? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. That's the only problem with the packaging. Like, the old packaging was a lot better. And then here's the R34 CRS. Again, I plan on the R32. There is going to be another haul coming up in August. There's going to be a big one. Going to be ordering off Super Mini Wheels, Diecast Models Wholesale, eBay. So yeah, I'm going to have a whole another 3 websites I'm planning to try to order off of. But yeah, here's the CRS Skyline. If I can make good on some offers on eBay. But yeah, these mini GTs are so awesome. I can't get enough of their brand. Absolutely. Alright, so next up, the R34. The other CRS version R34. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty nice. Alright, now we're moving on. More stuff. The Toyota GR86 LB Nation. This one red. Of course, I'm a red fiend, so carbon hood. I had to do it. Had to buy it. But Mini GT just... And let's not just count out Tarmac works here, because they're no slouch either, because I got 4 of those coming up too. After the 2 I just showed off, so a little bit of a 50-50 mix here. Look at the Sorar. Just, I mean, for real. How can you not want to spend up for these things and not just buy Goodwill junk and not just buy junk? How can you not want to spend 13 or 14 for the admission on these things? Look at how nice these are. I hate to, not hating on greenlight, but these are actually beyond, like, greenlight per se. Just in the details on them was, like, for real. I never had a bad experience ordering these, I will be honest. I've seen some QC issues here and there with them too. Definitely greenlight quality. Sometimes it can leave some to be desired, but these guys get it right. If you guys don't know, this is actually based on the IS300. But this one, I believe this is like the IS300 supposed to be based on. But it is the Aristo. So basically the Aristo in America got, I believe it was the IS300, but it might have been different Toyota, underneath the branches of Toyota. But when I see this car, it definitely reminds me of the IS300. I know it's an Aristo, but Toyota's version in the US might have been a little different, because Toyota and Lexus being the same thing. So Toyota must have had it named something different in America under their branch. Not sure necessarily. But yeah, this red looks good. Alright, so we have another Tarmac works up here. I got the Porsche 911 GT3 Type 996. I like this blue with these silver rims. The red with the gold was a little gaudy. I didn't like it a whole lot, so I opted for the blue. Alright, now we got 2 more Mini GTs to show off, and without knocking anything over. Got the Bugatti Bolide, the presentation version of this. This one's nice. As usual, the new packaging I don't like, but you know what? We got to get over that at some point, because I'm going to have to find a way to slot all these in somewhere, and it doesn't make me happy they got this, but and then again, if I don't say something, nothing will happen, so I wish they would switch back to what they were doing before. The Bolide looks good. But yeah, the new packaging, they need to go back. Another thing I want to say is, if you haven't heard, they are trying to now up the standards on children's toys now. And it's going to affect us with importing Mini GT and Tarmac works and everything. I might do a video, because nobody's covered this whole thing where they're trying to put adult-only collectibles on their packages. And it's like something having to do with some ASTM standards with the toys. And I'm not happy, because it could be very well affecting us collectors as a whole. So yeah, I'm not exactly psyched about it. It could very well affect the imports in the States. It's going to affect Tomica, and I know it's going to be affecting other brands. I'm surprised Lamley or someone else hasn't spoke on it yet. So yeah, BMW M5 Touring, I should mention, in the Brooklyn Gray Metallic. I should stop talking and definitely be continuing on some of these beautiful models. So yeah, I'm going to quit talking, but let's keep rolling. So we're going to roll into some Chevys. This time, some stuff that I actually really primarily collect here. But enough of the JDM stuff now. Enough of the Euro stuff. Let's get on to some classic Americana. We need to split this up a little bit, guys. You know, I definitely included a lot of JDM and Euro and stuff in the haul, but got to move on to some Chevys here. And the homie rollers, I spent up on these, not gonna lie. I should have researched whether or not these were the Chase versions, but I don't know. I may have gotten a Chase, I'm not sure, but here's the Estilo and Hawkeye in the 64 Impala. Homie rollers, official car club of the homies. I feel like my stepdad Rick would really dig these. I just don't know. He liked to collect the homies, and unfortunately I knew a maintenance guy in my complex that his wife made him get rid of all of his, and I honestly, dude, this one's for you. And I feel bad for him having to get rid of all of them. But yeah, the homie rollers with the homies. Yeah, this set is spendy. It's spendy. It's a DGA greenlight exclusive. But, man, I tell you, I love these collabs they're doing now. I'm glad Greenlight is starting to collab with others. There's a 64, 63. This casting, I don't know. I just can't get enough 63s and 64s and 69s. Yeah, I love lowriders. This one's got Big Luz and Pistoman. Yeah, pretty cool. You know what? You need some cars with some characters if you're gonna have the lowriders, man. You just gotta do it. So yeah, as far as spinning up on this set, I say just do it. If you have the money to do it, do it. Here's a 63. I should have gone from oldest to newest, but here's a 63. This one with Bigots and Pranda. I don't know. I am trying to say it. Bigotes and Panda. Got the panda on his shirt. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Now we are going to move on. Now we're already doing homie rollers. Let's continue. So 55 Chevy Bel Air. This one with El Cholo and Spitshine. Yeah, these are cool. I got a place I'm putting these. I'm going to put all 6 of them next to the Hot Rod Rat Fink shelf. That's the goal. Alright, so yep. More homie rollers to come here. The last 2. This one's got Chorizo and Rhino. And I tell you, this one is pretty cool out of the bunch. These are actually nice. I love the paint jobs on them. Not gonna lie. Have to look them up to see if there's any chases I got. This one got the Mr. Grins and T-Top. D70 Monty. Paint job on this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now moving on. Before I get on to the big stuff, I finally got another auto lift up here. This goes with that GTR that I'm going to be putting in place. So yeah, I got another thank you for supporting my small business. This one, 3D printed lift. Alright, so yeah, I buy these 1/18 lifts. They're not expensive compared to the Greenlight ones. So those are what I buy. And then up here now, Majorette. Oh, I like these. I love the Majorette collection. Especially this one being sort of a custom truck. Always love the Sierra Ford. So nice rims, nice looking. Majorette. They're really a brand that's really become a good player in the game, for real. Alright, so the big stuff now. Moving on to some more of the miscellaneous big stuff. I got the Mustang RTR X, or the RTR Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ford Mustang RTR. Love the lights on this. Jada, you know, I gotta admit, both the larger scale cars in this haul being Jada, but admittedly, they have stepped their game up, period. Like, the details on this, I looked at it, took it out the box, checked it out. The details are nice on this, can't lie. So yeah, Jada's doing a much better job than previous years when they really went down on the detail compared to the 2000s and now what they're doing. The pink slips now. Moving on to this, the Nissan GTR R35 with the Liberty Walk Kit 2.0. This one looks good with the Advans. You know, to tell you the truth, these cars look a lot more expensive than the $55-ish, the price point entry. Got the big spoiler. Yeah, these are actually look more expensive to me than they actually are. And they do. You know, they definitely, you couldn't really tell this was a super cheap model unless you looked at the badge on the bottom. And Solito, you know, known for their good casting work. That's a nice model. Now I'm going to put the RTR back. So yeah, that is my haul for this go round, and I hope you enjoyed, because this for me was basically the mother of all DMW orders. And yeah, I've shot both videos one take. Be sure to check out part 1, and also check out this part 2, and I will catch you guys later. Remember to check all my videos out, like, rate, comment, and give me a thumbs up. And then I will catch you guys later. Bye.